Hello, 5th grade student. How are you today? I hope all of you is always healthy, happy, and keep staying at home. Okay, it's nice to meet you all again here. Okay, welcome back with me, Miss Dayu, in English lesson. Okay, before we start our learning today, I need you to prepare all kind of things that you need to study. Okay, like your book and your pencil. Okay, because last week we already get the middle test, so today we need to continue our material to finish our first semester. Okay, I hope you're ready to learn about it. Let's get started.
Okay, 5th grade students, so don't forget to take a note for our learning today, okay? So today we will learn about the use of because, okay? Our learning objective for today is about the use of because in sentences, okay? The first thing that you need to know is about when we will use because, okay? So we can use because to introduce the reason for a situation. So we can combine two sentences between situations and reason. For example, we have employees are happy. So that is the situation. And then they can take their holiday anytime. So that is the reason. Okay. So we can combine both sentences become one sentences by using because. As you can see on the screen like this. The first one, there is no comma when because is in the middle of the sentence. So you don't need to put comma if you put because in the middle of the sentence. Like the previous sentences, we have situation and reason. So now it become one sentence. As you can see on the screen, the first one with no comma. So employees are happy because they can take their holiday anytime. But sometimes you also need to put comma if you put because in the first sentence and you put comma after the first sentence. For example, because employees can take their holiday anytime, they are happy. So if you want to put because first, you need to put the reason first, and then in the last sentence you can put the situations. Okay, that's all about our using because in a sentence. So now I would like to tell you about how to ask why you like someone or something. Okay, for example, if the subject is Ayu Devi, so the first thing that you need to write is why do the subject Ayu Devi and then like and the object. So if you want to ask why do you like her, so here is the way. If the subject is I, you, they and we, okay, you can see here. Then the object here is her. And then the next one, if the subject is she, he, it, or someone's name. So the first thing that you need to put why. After why you put does. After does you put subject, she, he, it, or someone's name. And after that you need to put like and the object. So the example, why does she like them? Okay. And then now we will continue about how to ask why you don't like someone. Okay, for example, the first one, you need to put why and then don't or do not, and then subject Ayu Devi. After that you put like and then the object. Okay, for example, why don't you like him? Okay, then the next one, if the subject is she, he, it, or someone's name, the first thing that you need to put is why and then doesn't and then the subject and then like and the object. For example, why doesn't she like them? Okay, but before we continue, I would like to introduce you about the object. Okay, so in sentences we usually put object in the last sentence, okay, in the last part. So we use object to talk about who we're talking about, okay. For example, I is become me in object pronouns, you become you still, and then he become him, she become her, it still become it, we become us, and then they become them. Like you can see here, we have him and them. So it called the object pronoun. So you can put it in the last sentence as the object that you need to talk about. Okay. Okay. After you already know about the object pronouns, so now I would like you to know about how to respond why you like someone, or the reason or the answer after you asking by this way. Okay. The first one, if the subject is I, you, they, and we. Okay. If the subject is I, you, they, and we, after the subject you need to put like, and then the object, and then because, as we learned previously, and then the subject again, and then to be, is, am, or are, and then the adjective. Okay, we already learned it in last 2 weeks. Okay, for example, I like her because she is kind. So I is become the subject. Then you put like, and then the object is her. Then you put because, and then you put the subject again. So it is the subject to tell the object. Okay, the subject is to tell the object. Okay, if here is her, so the subject could be she. And then to be, as we know, we have three to be, like is, am, and are. M is for I, and then R is for you, they, and we, and then is for she, he, it. Okay, and then kind. Okay, the adjective. Okay, and then if the subject is she, he, it, or someone's name, after the subject you need to put likes. After likes you need to put the object, and then you need to put because, and then the subject based on the object. Okay, if the subject if the object is them, so the subject here could be they. Okay, after that you need to put is, am, or are based on the subject here, and then the adjective. So here we have the first subject is she, and then we put likes, and then the object is them, and then we put because, and then the subject based on the object is they, and then we put are because are, you, they, we, the to be is are. Okay, and then the adjective is easygoing. Okay, and then here is how to respond why you don't like someone. It is similar between the previous response, but the difference just in don't like and doesn't like. Okay, if the subject is I, you, they, and we, so you need to put don't like after the subject, and then you put the object, and then you put because, and then you put the subject based on the object, and then you put be, and then you put the adjective. As you can see to the example, I don't like her because she is greedy. So we have I as the subject, and then don't like as the response to tell that you don't like something, and then you have her as object, then you put because, and then we have she as subject because the object is her, so the subject could be she. Okay, after she we have be, the be is. Okay, and then the adjective is greedy. Okay, and the next one is about when the subject is she, he, it, or someone's name. After the subject you need to put doesn't like, and then the object, and then because, and then the subject based on the object, and then be is am or are, and then the adjective. So for example, she doesn't like them because they are selfish. So the first subject we have she, and then we have doesn't like, and then we have the object them, and then we put because to tell the reasons, and then we have subject based on the object. So because the object is them, so we need to put they. Okay, after that you put are, and the adjective is selfish. Okay, so you need to remember, if you want to put the subject here, you need to remember by this. Okay, you need to see the changes between both subject or object. Okay, that's all about our material today. I hope you understand about it. Thank you. See you next week.